Hi, this is Lueking. I'm a horticulture educator for Illinois Extension, serving Bond, Clinton, Jefferson, Marion, and Washington counties. So today I'm going to talk to you. Have you ever wanted to know how to propagate some houseplants? And there's different ways that we can approach this. We can either do it in our traditional soil method, or we can do it by propagating with water. So we have some leaves that we have taken off of our snake plant. So we have a daughter plant that we had here. And what I did was I pulled 3 leaves off of the plant. And you're going to need a sharp utensil. I like to use a sharp razor edge. We're going to need to have a Sharpie. We're going to need to have a container of fresh water. We're also going to need maybe some clippers if you need those, if you don't have a razor blade. So we're going to use this one. This is going to be our leaf propagation. So we're going to measure down 2 to 3 inches, and we're going to put an arrow that points downward on our leaf. We're going to lay our leaf down, and we're going to make a nice horizontal cut right up below where we put the arrow downward. So we're going to have 2 sections of our leaf now. Now this one, because we tore that off, we want to make a nice clean cut, right? So we're going to make it a nice cut so that way we have it. We know that it's going to have a nice clean edge. We can discard that bottom piece. So we're going to close our blade, set it to the side. We want to take a 10% bleach solution and clean it off, or we're going to clean it in between every time. So we want to clean our blade before we use it on another plant, so to reduce any pathogens that might be transmitted. We're going to go ahead, and you see the arrow down. We're going to dip this into some rooting hormone powder. So you can buy this rooting hormone powder at any big box store or garden center. You're wanting to dip your edges of that leaf down into our rooting hormone powder. You can see it's got a white film on it. And then we're going to place that into our container with soil. So this one's going to be soil propagated. So we're going to put it down into our soil. We're going to place it down in there, firmly in. And then we're going to go ahead and let that become established and start rooting. You want to go ahead and water the soil in, water them in, but wait after that for about a week before you rewater them. We want to allow them time to get those roots established and get started. Okay, so another way that you can go ahead and propagate your snake plant, and we have taken leaves, is by water method. So you can put that in water to establish it. So we're going to do this same type of technique. We're going to take our foliar leaves off of our snake plant, our daughter plant. We're going to go ahead and make a cut, a clean cut horizontally across. And we're going to go ahead this time, and we're going to place this plant directly into our water, right? So we're going to put it in. That is too much water, right? So we're going to have to take some of this water out. We're only wanting it to be immersed in. Another technique we might do is we might put another leaf in there to kind of brace it up and put them both horizontally. But as you see, this one is falling down in this one. So we're going to take it out, and we might have to use a different container to put it in. So this one that we have a leaf that has a small edge. We're going to cut it, a clean cut on this leaf, and we actually can start it down into this one, right? So we have it down into the water, and we want just enough for the bottom to be immersed, but not completely immersed in it, correct? That way then we'll have room for it still to have some air to be able to flow in there, so the plant can go ahead and photosynthesize. It can start growing those new roots. Now, water propagation is going to take us a little longer, right? Our water propagation is going to take us, it may take us anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks before the roots start to establish. It's a little longer process than in our soil, but there's still both valid ways to go ahead and propagate plants.